Welcome, my friends. If you follow this channel or read any sort of business or technology news, you already know that Elon now owns Twitter. And Musk has set out his vision for what he calls Twitter 2.0. Now Musk wants to greatly increase the Twitter subscription revenue. And he wants to open up Twitter to more of what he calls free speech. But this move might violate Apple or Google's app rules. This might possibly lead to Twitter's removal from app stores. Now we are hearing more complaints about Apple from Twitter owner Elon Musk. Yesterday, Musk said that Apple had threatened to remove the Twitter app from the App Store. Apparently, Apple has said that the removal is part of its app review moderation process. Apple has also threatened to withhold Twitter from its App Store, but won't tell us why, Musk tweeted. Musk complained about App Store fees, which can run as high as 30% of digital sales. So, what does all of this mean for Twitter? What does it mean for social media companies? What does it mean for big tech companies? What does it mean for the economy? And, what does it mean for the future of the United States? But, before we get into all of that, please press the like button and leave us a comment below. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Apple had threatened to remove the Twitter app from the App Store, said new Twitter owner Elon Musk. Apple has also threatened to withhold Twitter from its App Store, but won't tell us why, Musk tweeted. Apple's App Store fees are a secret 30% tax, continued Musk in a series of tweets. Musk also conducted a poll asking if Apple should publish all censorship actions it has taken that affect its customers. Musk also revealed that Apple has stopped most of its advertising on Twitter. The only way to distribute software to iPhones is through the Apple App Store. The Apple iPhone is one of Twitter's main distribution platforms. Although Twitter is also available for the web. Apple requires iPhone app makers to pay between 15% and 30% of any digital goods sold through their apps, said Apple in a statement. Musk has said that Twitter to raise billions of dollars from subscriptions. That includes Twitter Blue, which is currently available through the iPhone app. Apple stands to collect hundreds of millions of dollars in the process from Twitter Blue if sold via the iPhone. A number of companies have challenged Apple regarding its App Store fees. For example, Spotify and Epic Games. But Elon Musk likes to attract worldwide attention. And a challenge from Elon Musk could be Apple's biggest challenge to its control over iPhone app distribution up until now. Apple declined to make a spokesperson available for comment. Apple is clearly watching Twitter closely for any violations of App Store policies. There was a wave of hate speech on Twitter shortly after Musk took control of Twitter. Representatives for Apple's App Store and Google Play reached out to Twitter. Apple's former chief marketer, Phil Schiller, deleted his Twitter account last week. Schiller oversaw app review for the Apple App Store. Schiller's move to delete his account reminded him of a company making moves to prepare for war, said Philip Shoemaker, the former head of Apple's app review. Apple's app review department is keeping a close eye on Twitter's content moderation under Musk to see if more questionable content, such as porn, slips through, said Shoemaker. Apple's recent moves are like when you remove troops from a country before you attack, Shoemaker said. You're thinking you're going to have to pull these apps from the store, Shoemaker continued. Apple's App Store is looking at Twitter closely for a couple of reasons. First, Apple requires apps with user-generated content to have strong content moderation systems. Apple kicked Parler out of the Apple App Store for insufficient content moderation. Parler is basically a smaller competitor of Twitter. Musk has reportedly severely downsized Twitter's content moderation group. Apple requires apps to pay fees of up to 30% for digital purchases. Apple actually removed the Epic Games app when Epic Games put in a system to circumvent Apple's cut. I am sure that Apple would do the same if Twitter were to pull a similar move. And Apple might remove the Twitter app for other reasons as well. For example, Apple requires that adult content not be discoverable by default. Twitter remains one of the most prominent social networks that allows. Believe it or not, adult content is actually allowed on Twitter. So that could infringe on gray areas and cause App Store delays or issues. Apple's App Store uses employees to review. Each and every app and update is reviewed by a human Apple employee before it is published in the App Store. The app reviewers often send short responses highlighting issues without being explicit about what apps need to do to pass, said Apple. Musk has tweaked Apple for years, and seems to enjoy doing so. He has complained about Apple's App Store fees in the past, although the Tesla app doesn't allow in-app purchases. And don't forget, Apple has this on and off plan to build electric cars. That would be competitive with Tesla, which is famously led by Elon Musk. Of course, Apple's car is a very secretive project that has never sold a car. Musk was once quoted as saying that Apple only hires rejected Tesla employees. And he actually referred to Apple as the Tesla graveyard. But for Musk to be as provocative as he was this week goes far beyond teasing and rivalry. It actually seems as though Musk may be gearing up to fight a lengthy public relations battle over Apple's rules. Musk actually posted a meme in a tweet showing a car veering off the highway under a road sign offering two choices: pay 30% and go to war. In the meme, the car chose the latter option. Elon Musk has now laid out his plans for Twitter. If you recall, he purchased and took control of the social network last month. Musk wants to vastly increase Twitter subscription revenue. He also wants to make Twitter the home of free speech. In some cases, it means restoring previously banned accounts. Former President Donald Trump, for example. But Twitter could be in conflict with two of the biggest tech companies, Apple and Google. But these changes could violate Apple or Google's app rules. Tensions are building up. Musk complained about Apple and Google App Store fees. App Store fees are obviously too high due to the iOS, Android duopoly, Musk tweeted. It is a hidden 30% tax on the internet, continued Musk. Musk has asked the U.S. Department of Justice's Antitrust Division to investigate App Store rules. The 15% to 30% cut Apple and Google take from purchases enrage Musk. That cuts into Twitter's desperately needed revenue. Musk's plans for $8 per month Twitter Blue subscriptions. Elon Musk needs to generate a larger amount of income from subscriptions. Twitter reported $5.08 billion in revenue in 2021. Musk has said the goal is for half of Twitter's revenue to come from subscriptions. If that is the case, then hundreds of millions of dollars would go to Apple and Google. A drop in the bucket for them, a potentially massive hit for Twitter. Apple generally captures 30% of sales. That decreases to 15% after a year for subscriptions. The rest goes to the developer. Epic Games, Spotify, and Match Group have all complained against Apple and Google's rules. Together, they formed the Coalition for App Fairness. Microsoft and Meta have also complained in court criticizing the App Store system. Musk could possibly approach it similarly to what Spotify has done. Extend a lower $9.99 price on the web. There, it doesn't pay Apple a cut. Users then simply log in to their existing account inside the app. Users subscribing to the iPhone app pay $12.99 per month. Or, Twitter could do like Netflix and stop offering subscriptions through Apple entirely. Twitter could sell Twitter Blue on the Twitter website at a cheaper price. Blue could only be available on Twitter.com. That might work and it would cut Apple out of any fees. And Apple has detailed rules about what apps can link to in telling users about alternative ways to pay. As Netflix's app says, you can't sign up for Netflix in the app. Musk faces the power of Apple and Google. Apple and Google can remove apps for many reasons. But Apple and Google don't want to go to battle over what constitutes harmful information. That could end up leading to public scrutiny and political debate. App stores simply delay approving new versions instead of threatening to remove apps entirely. But Musk often runs towards battles, not away from them. Now he has to decide whether it's worth taking on two of the most valuable and powerful companies in Silicon Valley over 30% fees and Twitter's ability to host edgy tweets. Elon Musk's moves are going to set a new benchmark for tech companies. This is especially true of social media companies. Musk is making very bold moves as he usually does. But frankly, there are a lot of tech companies that are not profitable. But I think that the day of reckoning has finally come. And Silicon Valley needs to get real. It might also become the standard for tech companies that have slowing or negative growth. Like Meta. And Netflix. And, if you follow this channel, you probably already know that tech companies are sensing weak macroeconomic conditions. But, what do you think? Please leave us a comment below and hit the like button. We would love to hear from you. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you are notified of upcoming videos when they are released. Please share this video on social media. Thank you for watching.